This hourly segment is sponsored by Garden Sense, airing Sundays 12 noon to 1 p.m.
One station making history every day.
Chicago, Chicago.
Now, Jake Hartford.
89 WS.
I'd hate to take a bath and then want to eat someone's face off.
Yeah, people should not take baths before they go to cocktail parties.
Too bad you're crazy. Too bad you're loony as hell. So long, it could have been swell together. Too bad you're wacko.
Wacko.
How sad your marbles are gone.
All gone.
We could be dancing till dawn, but you're too weird for words. How did you get so strange? You were such a beautiful kid. Now you are so deranged. Was it Mom and Daddy? Something I did?
Too bad you're loco.
Too bad.
You should be locked in a cell.
How sad you're great, but hey, what the hell? You're crazy.
You're off the deep end.
My eyes.
Your life's a practical joke.
Hell, Damage, I'd bail you out, but I'm broke. Your brain's completely fried. Life's just a party trick to you. Clown jokes and lots of booty-doo. It's time to put that on the shelf.
Loving you is three-ring circus.
You do look fetching, too bad. It could be catching, egads. I'm a little bit crazy, Mark.
Not true.
Just a little bit crazy, Mark.
Not you.
I'm a little bit crazy myself.
6:08, 8:06, hour number 2 of Awake with Jake right here in 89 WLS. Oh, man. I went to Nashville by myself. Did not take the wife. She told me to leave. She wanted the rest. She did. I asked her, I said, anything happened while I was gone? She said, someone came to the door trying to sell a Tribune subscription. And my wife said she told her, we already get the Tribune. We have the girl said, well, when do you get it? What's your, what days? And my wife says, we have the John Cass plan. And she said, the girl looked at her and says, what's the John Cass plan? I don't see it on my listing here. And my wife says, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, when John Cass has a column in the paper. She said, the girl just looked at her and left. And my wife said, write that down. Anyway, 591-8900 is the phone number. Bill in Bolingbrook. Hello, Bill. You're on 89 WLS.
Hi, Mr. Hartford. One beef I got is with the Justice Department.
What's your beef?
My beef is they're trying to shut down Gibson Guitar. They got this stupid law about the electronic implement to put people in the water. What are they going to do on the East Coast and the West Coast with the ocean? And the third thing...
Wait. What are they doing? What's the second thing?
You remember a couple of months ago, they want to put those electric lifts for handicapped people.
The swimming pools, yes.
Yeah. Now, what do you do on the Pacific and the Atlantic side? How do you get that into the water? Right?
Yes.
Okay, and the third thing is this idiot and Fast and Furious. What they ought to do is take them to a good South Side Polish bar, throw them in there and let them beat the you-know-what out of them, and then let them answer the questions.
Boy, you got up on the wrong side of bed this morning, Bill.
Well, the Justice Department, I can't say, because you'll lose your FAA license.
Yeah, I won't be able to fly anymore.
The other one, too, the CC, communication.
CC Rider, yes.
Right. Love and Glory. And Mr. Dumbo with his black crow feather ought to go somewhere.
What feather?
Remember Dumbo had a black feather so he could fly? In the cartoon?
No, he didn't have a feather.
Yeah, he did, from the crow. If he didn't have the feather from the crow, He couldn't.
No,
fly in the circus.
that was Garfield the cat.
No.
Yes.
No.
Garfield
It
had
was
the feather.
Felix the cat.
Garfield had the feather and was flying.
No. Dumbo had it because the mouse got it for him so he could fly when his mother was taken away.
No, the mother
In the
was taken.
cartoon.
Mother was taken away in the Flintstones.
But anyways, that's all I got to say, sir. Good morning and have a wonderful day.
You said it so well too. Thank you, Bill. Bill will have his own Sunday morning show here soon. Dave and Beecher. Hey, Dave, you're on 89 WLS.
Good morning. How you doing?
What's on your mind?
I have a couple things. And the first one is I can't get an honest answer out of anybody, and I'm a retired Army veteran with 20 years. Why is the media and all these Hollywood stars so much in love with Obama? And the second thing is I assume you heard about the mayor of Chicago dropping F-bombs on the governor about his support for pension reform.
I believe I saw that in one of the columns in the Sun-Times this week, yes.
Yeah, well, you know, if the governor had any, I just want to call it gonads, I guess, I would have told the mayor, hey, I run the state. Next time you want to come for aid for help or anything with your CTA budget and stuff, remember where it comes from. You know,
these are interesting times. You've got the Chicago Teachers Union looking for a 30% pay increase over 2 years. And you've got the mayor's got to defend against that.
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, I work, I draw an Army retirement. In my lifetime, I'm 60 years old. I've never seen a 30% pay raise.
Yeah, you're not going to either, Dave. Take care.
I know. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, you're never going to see that. Hey, you want an interesting thing? Like I said, I traveled and I stopped at this one place. The weird thing is, and I don't understand this icy deal. When I looked at the receipt, was the right price, right, for what they gave me. But there's a separate 10-cent charge for a flavor. If I didn't get the flavor, what would it just be, ice? And 10 cents cheaper? And when you travel, and the reason the franchise places do well because they have that name and they've got the standards, whether it's Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's, whatever, you figure it's the same everywhere and everything's up to par. Well, I'm looking at this story out of Tampa. And this is one of the TV stations down there. They do a thing where they look at restaurant inspection reports. And there was one at a McDonald's on Martin Luther King Boulevard in Tampa off of I-275. The customer filed a complaint with the state saying a live roach fell out of the ceiling and into their food. I know, if people are having breakfast right now, I'm sorry. The complaint prompted a state inspection, and the inspector, upon his arrival, was denied immediate access to the kitchen and told to take a seat. The inspector and his supervisors recommended an administrative complaint and were eventually allowed access into the kitchen. He documented 21 violations, including 7 considered critical. Among the problems documented by the state were grease accumulating under the cooking equipment, food and standing water on the floor, a toxic item near the utensils, roaches, 25 to 30 dead roaches under the front service counter, and another 5 live roaches near the kitchen sink. It says the inspector also documented the ceiling soiled with accumulated food debris and substantiated the original consumer complaint of roaches in the restaurant. McDonald's gave the TV station a written statement saying, quote, "The safety and cleanliness of our McDonald's restaurants are of the utmost importance to us. We always comply and regularly exceed standards for health inspections. A recent health inspector's report referenced the situation that was the result of confusion between the inspector and McDonald's protocol. The restaurant staff followed procedure and received supervisor approval when the inspector was admitted to conduct his inspection. The findings were acted upon, and the restaurant is in complete compliance with health regulations," unquote. So the TV station went in after that. And it says on On our visit, we found numerous flying insects at the service counter. Is that against rules? Really, how are they supposed to keep flying insects out? What do you do? Do you have an employee walking around with a fly swatter, swatting those things or zapping them? That may be a little too picky. Although that is considered a critical violation, according to the story. They also found ketchup on a seat in the dining room and more food on the floor behind the counter. Wow. See, you never know what you're getting, I guess. All right, you can go back to your breakfast now. Roach stories are over. Jenny in Peoria. Jenny, you're on 89 WLS.
Hey, Jake. I got something that should go well with the mix this morning. My husband goes into work like at 4:30, and so he calls me around 5-something, and he goes, man, I found a body this morning, and I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, a motorcycle wreck, and he goes, I stopped, and the light, the bike was all wrecked, and he goes, about 20 feet away in the soft grass, so I could see the body. And he says, I called 911 and called in a fatal. And so he said, he walked over to the body and he leaned down and he said, the body started moving. It just like scared him to death because he thought for sure he was dead. And so the guy ends up kind of getting up and not knowing where he was, and he had been unconscious for a while. And the cops got there and everything, but he was like bleeding and drunk, very drunk, and
that's what probably saved him, but
it
also
probably is,
but also probably caused the accident.
My husband said the guy was so drunk. He said he had wet his pants and everything. Well, that's not what he exactly said. But
your husband wet his pants?
Listen. He goes. Then he says after that body moved, and he says I'm darn lucky I didn't wet mine. But he said because it really scared him. But when you were talking about all the mix of stories you had today, I thought, okay, I tried texting in, and that didn't work. So I thought, I got to call and put this in the mix and stuff, because he goes, wow, what a way to start out the work day.
Now, what does your husband do for a living?
He drives for hotels and takes the pilots out to the airport and all that. And so he was on his way back from the airport to get another run, And then that's when he saw the motorcycle. And he rides motorcycle all the time.
Because most people wouldn't stop and get involved.
Yeah, I know. I said to him, I go, so did they take all your information? He goes, no. He says, I didn't see anything happen. He goes, I just found the body. He said, but when it started moving, he said, that really scared the heck out of him. But that was a good ending, right? That part's good.
Yeah.
Except that the guy now will probably be suing us because he probably has to pay for being drunk or something. He'll probably have to go to jail. I don't know.
Well, you should not be drunk driving a motorcycle.
Tell me about it. Yeah, that really bugs my husband too, because he's really careful with leather jacket and helmet and all that. But he worked for the county for like 40 years, so he's real used to looking all along the sides of the highway and all that kind of stuff. So it might be lucky for that guy that he did see him today.
All right.
So the ambulance came. But I thought that should go in the mix of all your stories.
I'll put it in the Awake with Jake mix. Thank you,
Thanks,
Jenny.
Jake. Bye.
Bye-bye. I mean, there was a story some years ago, but a motorcycle guy was driving, but he had his motorcycle jacket on backwards. So it was zipped in the back, and the back was in the front, and they found him, and he was doing okay. It was an accident. He was doing okay until they turned the head back the right way, and it just... 6:20, back after this on Awake with Jake.
I buried those cockroaches!
This is Chicago's talk leader, 89 WLS.
When did the concept of self-reliance become a bad thing?
You need to be careful. My concern is that none of the candidates really are able to articulate.
I listen to you
Here's my point.
religiously.
I'm concerned about my health care.
We've got to get spending under control in this country.
People need to start listening to the issue.
Chicago's talk leader, 89 WLS.
Rev up your sex life? Need help with erectile dysfunction? Or just want to feel younger and be healthier? Men's Clinics of America is the right choice. Our FDA-approved medications for ED work. And our sublingual tabs that melt under your tongue for ED or better performance have become the fast-acting, powerful alternative to the little blue pill for so many men, including myself. And testosterone replacement at men's clinics is the right choice. Before you rub gels on your body or swallow pills, come to men's clinics and learn the facts about safe and real testosterone replacement. You'll be glad you did. With our specially trained physicians, testosterone replacement is safe and will change your life. Call today at 312-262-5020. Better solutions, more choices, real service. 312-262-5020. Men's Clinics of America. Visit us at mensclinicsofamerica.com or call 312-262-5020 and schedule your appointment today.
Do you know the warning signs of busy adulthood? They're as close as your refrigerator. If yours is plastered with inspirational magnets, holding up to-do lists, recipes, claim checks, report cards, and more, you're a busy adult. There is help. Olivet Nazarene University offers education designed for busy adults who want to pursue or further a career in nursing, education, or business. It's a practical education for where you are in life. Visit graduate.olivet.edu. That's graduate.olivet.edu.
When you need a physician, there's one name to remember. Loyola. Because Loyola Medicine offers convenient local access to world-class care. Loyola University Medical Center has 22 locations of care in the west, northwest, and southwest suburbs. We offer the latest in innovation, skill, and technology, yet provide compassionate, individualized care. For a Loyola physician near you, call 888-LUHS-888 or visit loyolamedicine.org. Loyola Medicine. We also treat the human spirit.
You take your 6-year-old to the playground. You watch her run from the slide to the swings. Another mother strikes up a conversation. You take your eye off your daughter for a few seconds. You look back, and she's gone. Lily? Lily? Every parent knows that feeling. Imagine if she were actually abducted. To receive free Amber Alerts on your cell phone, go to wirelessamberalerts.org. A child is calling for help. Brought to you by the Wireless Foundation, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and the Ad Council.
You've reached the Hilton Honors Great Getaway Sale Hotline. Press any key to save up to 40% at participating hotels. To trade your insane schedule for a beach towel at the Hilton, press 1. To trade your morning commute for breakfast in bed at the Waldorf Astoria or Conrad, press 2. If you forgot about your friend's wedding and want to stay at the DoubleTree instead of your in-laws' couch, press 3. To escape to a Hilton Garden Inn or Hampton where annoying email can't find you, press 4. To gloat about your getaway at the Hilton Grand Vacations until your friends dislike you, press 5. To turn every weekend into a 3-day weekend at the Homewood Suites or Home 2 Suites, press 6. To play Mary Had a Little Lamb, press 3575333. To save up to 40% at participating hotels, visit HiltonGetaways.com or call 866-842-3335.
Book before July 23rd, 2012 and stay at participating hotels by September 30th, 2012. Subject to availability, additional terms apply. Visit HiltonGetaways.com for complete details.
If it's time to select a new health plan for your company, United Healthcare can help you find a better solution. Together with healthcare providers and facilities like the Rush System for Health, which includes leading hospitals and physicians in the greater Chicago area, they're offering the healthcare access and coverage options that may help more people in Illinois to manage their health. Talk to your broker today about plans from United Healthcare. Copyright 2012 United Healthcare Services, Inc. Insurance coverage provided by or through United Healthcare Insurance Company and United Healthcare Insurance Company of Illinois or its affiliates. Administrative services provided by United Healthcare Services, Inc. or their affiliates. Health plan coverage provided by or through United Healthcare of Illinois, Inc.
Where does Main Street meet Wall Street? Listen to Securing Your Financial Future with me, Tom Byrne, CEO of Trend Capital Managers, Sunday morning at 8.
The latest news from the nation and across the globe is just minutes away with ABC News, 89 WLS and WLSAM.com.
625 Awake with Jake right here in 89 WLS here until 8 o'clock when Paul Bryan comes here with Drive Chicago. Art in Bridgeview. Art, you're on 89 WLS.
Hey, good morning, Jake.
What's on your mind?
Hey, you know what? He said some of those roaches are dead, right? Well, I'd rather have dead roaches than live roaches. But the company I work for, they deal with rental equipment that patients have in their home and that, and they bring back, they bring back roaches, big roaches. We took one time. You know those little cups you get like at the restaurants? You know, you put the pepper seed or the...
yeah, the little sample type cups.
Yeah, with the plastic lid on them.
Yeah.
We put this giant roach in there, put it in the microwave. You know how long it took before it popped? Almost a minute and a half.
See, now we're going to have PETA protesting this show. We're going to have PETA people out in front of the station marching down State Street protesting the Awake with Jake show.
Because of roaches?
Because of what you just did with telling the story about putting there. But it doesn't matter. They'll still be here. They're going to be right in front of 190 North State protesting with the signs. It's going to be on TV.
Roaches
I will be humiliated, yes.
The only right a roach has is to die. Step on them.
Roaches have families, too.
Too many family members, I think.
Thank you, Art. And now from that, we go to sports. With our very own sports guy, Joe Rosansky.
Go, go, White Sox! Let's go, 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 White Sox! We're with you all.
Ah, yes.
You're always in there.
The bandwagon. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Jake. Boy, that's a tough intro to follow.
What, the White Sox song?
That too. But, you know, it was a rematch of the 2005 World Series last night, and the Astros finally won a game. Unfortunately, they beat the Sox 8-3. Now, how many players do you think are still active on the Astros and Sox since the 2005 World Series?
Well, all the players are active.
They are, but only 3 were playing for the World Series teams. For the Sox, it was Konerko and Przinsky, and last night's winning pitcher, Wandy Rodriguez, was the only Astro. So rosters sure change.
When you started out saying it was a rematch of the World Series, I thought you were talking about the Rangers playing the Giants last night.
Well, no, that
rematch of the 2010 series. Well, yeah.
I did say 2005.
Eventually, yes.
Yes. So
the Sox lost. How'd the Cubs do?
Well, the Sox, they are still in first place by a half game over Cleveland. The Cubs, Alfonso Soriano hit 2 home runs. Starlin Castro hit number 5. And somehow they all managed to remember how many outs there were for the whole game. However, entering the 9th inning, they were winning 7-6 and wound up losing 8-7 to the Minnesota Twins.
Took you a long time to get to that. How about
10 innings?
How about hockey? What do we need to know about hockey?
Hey, don't you want to hear the Yankees beat the Mets 9-1?
We always close with that.
Yankees win
Well, which means we're just closing with Joe. Thank you, Joe. See you next week. He did it to himself this week, folks. Yankees. See that? We always close with the Yankees. He jumped to it. Blame Joe. Don't blame me. But times are good. Yankees won. 2 bandwagons going. Wake with Jake back after this at 6:29 on 89 WLS.
89 WLS.